Hey everyone, welcome to December. It's our 12th month of the year. So excited. Y'all know I like my little racing analogies. We're like rounding corner number 4. We are headed for the finish line. I'm not sure who finishes up the month, but I know that I'm starting it, and I'm super excited about that. Perhaps that you looked at our lesson today and you thought, I don't see the word prisoner in the reading. He's not talking about prison. Where are we going? Where is she going with that? Well, you know what? I had to kind of reevaluate and relook and go, where am I going with that? And then I've jogged my own memory as I sat down and reread my notes that I had put together for our lesson today. And I'm going to start with this quote. Well, no, I'm not. So Paul is writing the first of, this is the first of 2 letters that he wrote to the church in Corinth. There's a lot going on there. And it's not good. There's some good, but not a lot. There's a lot of issues within the church. There's a lot of issue with leadership changes. Immorality is rampant. There is a man that has been called out for living with his stepmother. And that's all I'm going to say on that. He needs church discipline. Other examples of immorality. They have, one of the words that I remember reading was fractionalized the church. They've divided it up. Some are followers of Apollo. Some are followers of Paul. They're going to listen to this authority. They're going to listen to that authority. And it just seems like the leadership, there's not good leadership there. And what Paul wants the church to do is examine themselves. And that's our key verse. Over in verse 5, starting with 2 Corinthians. Did I say this was the first letter? I meant this was the second letter. When you get one letter, it's one thing. And then you get another letter, it means that you didn't have any improvement or very little improvement, and you warranted another letter. Oh my goodness. He says this in verse 5. Examine yourself to see if your faith is genuine. Test yourselves. Surely know that Jesus Christ is Lord among you. If not, you have failed the test of genuine faith. As you test, and I like verse 6 too. As you test yourselves, I hope you will recognize that we have not failed the test of apostolic, excuse me, I'll get it in a minute. Apostolic authority. In other words, you're going to see that we are not overstepping our boundaries. We live by the same directions that you do. This is the way that you clear up what's going on in your church, is that you examine everything. My microphone's kind of flipping, y'all. You examine everything that's going on. And so I came across this one quote by Alan Redpath, and he says this: Paul, there was trouble in Corinth. They criticized Paul and they failed to examine themselves. And then further study and preparation led me to the lengthy quote of Alan Redpath. And I'm going to read it out loud. To examine yourself, in fact, is to submit to the examination and scrutiny of Jesus Christ the Lord. And this never to affix attention on sin, but on Christ, and to ask him to reveal that within you which grieves his spirit. So he's telling you what to do in this examination. Ask him to give you grace, that it might be put away and cleansed in his precious blood. Self-examination takes the chill away from the soul. It takes the hardness away from your heart. It takes the shadows away from your life, and it sets the prisoner free. Don't be a prisoner. When we confess, it takes the chill away from our soul. It softens our heart. It removes that hardness. It it brings the shadows away from our life, and it sets the prisoner free. Now, the prisoner in this quote is the one that has the unconfessed sin. And what keeps us from confessing sin? Pride. And rightness in our own mind that we haven't done anything wrong. It's not too bad. It's not a really big one. We justify. So, I have taught for decades this word, and for many, many years encouraged you to pray Psalm 139, 23, and 24. And now we've got another verse right with that, and that's 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine. And that's basically allowing Holy Spirit to investigate and inquire into our heart. I love how it says to ask him to reveal that in you which grieves the Spirit. Ask for grace that it would be put away and cleansed in his blood. Now, we have some tools. We even have some words if we don't know what to say. Are we going to be a prisoner? Or are we going to live in the freedom that Jesus died to give us? Take care. I'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.